sneak up on you and just rob you of your freedom, rob you of your future. There's this great quote by Eric Hoffer. In times of change, learners will inherit the earth, while the learned find themselves beautifully equipped to deal with the world that no longer exists. We're in a time of change. You got to really connect with that. Times are changing. They're changing faster than they ever have, and it's only going to get faster. And learners are going to inherit the earth. The people that refuse to learn are going to find themselves beautifully equipped. I love that. Beautifully equipped to deal with a world that no longer exists. So the ultimate invisible barrier, it's being a reluctant learner. I referenced this in my book, and I just noticed this typo today. Oh, it just like a stake through the heart. It said reluctant earner. No, I meant to say reluctant learner with an L. That's the ultimate invisible barrier. It's just another way of calling someone a know-it-all. Or more specifically, someone who's just satisfied with their own knowledge. The subject, however, goes much deeper than simply warning you of becoming a know-it-all and teaching you the value of an open mind. I mean, by the very nature of being human, the plague of reluctant learning has been, is, and always will be a barrier. It doesn't matter. If you're a human, you've got this. Nobody is exempt. Now, I refer to reluctant learning as the ultimate invisible barrier because most people have no idea that they are reluctant learners. I mean, to whom I'm referring are people who are oblivious to the third realm of knowledge, the realm of we don't know what we don't know. I mean, it's invisible, and it's the ultimate. I mean, in my opinion, it's the most dangerous barrier, not only to your success, but to your life. Okay, let me slow down, or maybe I'll even back up a little bit. Let me make sure you're with me on this because it is that important. There are 3 different realms of knowledge, and once you get a grasp on this, then this will start to make sense, or make more sense. The first realm, it contains those things you know you know. Okay, so for example, you know that you know how to download a podcast, or else you wouldn't be listening to my voice right now. So you know how to do that. I know that I know how to type and speak English and walk, drive, ride a bike, count money, tell time. Those are things that I know that I know. So the second realm of knowledge contains those things you don't know. I mean, for example, I know that I don't know how to perform open heart surgery. I can't speak Cantonese. I don't know how to juggle 4 tennis balls. I don't know how to navigate a double black diamond run on the ski slopes. I know I don't know those things. I aspire to them one day, but I know I don't know them now. Now, before I address the third realm of knowledge, I want to mention that we, as humans, we go through our entire lives making decisions based on the knowledge within those first 2 realms. What we know, and what we don't know. And when making decisions, big and small, we tend to give heed to the knowledge that we already have. But tragically, we completely ignore the knowledge and information we do not have. Even more damning, the knowledge and information we don't know that we don't have. And that is the third realm. The third realm is what we don't know that we don't know. And it's in the third realm where all the difference is made. It's here where breakthroughs and triumphs are experienced. And it's in the third realm where you get from where you are right now to where you want to go, to where you want to be. I mean, the knowledge you currently possess, it's gotten you to where you are today. And that knowledge will keep you exactly where you are until you begin to access the third realm. I mean, a perfect example is that if I asked any random person for a surefire way to lose weight, 99% of the time I'm going to get an answer along the lines of eat less and exercise more, right? That's what I'm going to get. Eat less, exercise more. Now, this is not groundbreaking information, yet I was listening to a podcast, Jillian Michaels from The Biggest Loser. It was actually one of her old radio shows. And she said America is more obese than it has ever been. In fact, she said in the United States, due to obesity and the complications that accompany it, the babies being born today will be the first generation ever expected to live fewer years than their parents. As a people, we all know how to lose weight. I could have asked each and every one of you, how do you lose weight? You would have told me to eat less, exercise more. Yet we don't do it. So there's something about losing weight that we don't know that we don't know. Another example is that if I asked a random group of people how to become wealthy, there'll be several different answers, but they'll all be along the lines of spend less than you earn and invest the difference. That's just sound financial advice. Nothing groundbreaking there. Yet, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, I thought this statistic was shocking, 94% of America's population, 94%, that's pretty much the whole population, 94% of America's population will reach the retirement age of 65 either dead or dead broke. There is obviously information that 94% of the population doesn't know that they don't know about becoming wealthy. I mean, the fact that lose weight and make more money are the two most popular New Year's resolutions year in and year out, I mean, that right there is proof that there's an invisible barrier around those two subjects. Now, those two examples, they're very general ones. So here's a specific example that I experience on a regular basis and how it applies to real life. Being that my primary business is showing people how to get on the fast track to creating wealth and experiencing the good life through real estate investing, I frequently find myself discussing real estate investing with a wide variety of people. Surprisingly, a group of people who have a huge invisible barrier about this particular subject are real estate agents. I mean, it's amazing how this group believes in, promotes, and facilitates the practice of real estate investing, yet the vast majority do not invest themselves. Did you know that? And in fact, I mean a surprising number of real estate agents who don't own any real estate, not even their primary residence. And even more surprising is how reluctant they are to entertain the most simple advice or possible solutions to their inability to practice what they preach. I mean, there's obviously something that those who do not invest don't know that they don't know, or else they would, wouldn't they? I mean, they tell you to do it. Why don't they do it themselves? There's something that they don't know that they don't know. The real estate agent example, I mean, it illustrates how easy it can be to slip into the delusion of being well-versed and adept or an expert at something, and just shutting off additional information that could make a difference. The real danger to considering yourself an expert or one who is in the know is that you limit what's possible for yourself, your relationships, and your business. In the eyes of a student, I mean, there are millions of options, while in the eyes of an expert, there are only but a few. The lesson here is to always be a student. Never consider yourself an expert. I mean, every act of conscious learning, it requires the willingness to look silly, to suffer an injury to your self-esteem. I mean, that's why young children, before they're even aware of their own self-importance and their significance, it's why young children learn so easily. They don't care if they look like a fool. They don't care if they look like an idiot by trying something new or learning something new. That's why they learn. If you made the decision one day to go take up tennis and someone handed you a racket and then proceeded to teach you how to hit the perfect backhand, I mean, as a new student, the instructor would have your undivided attention. You'd be all ears. You'd be open. You'd be willing. You'd be open and willing and with enthusiasm. I mean, the beginner has hundreds, even thousands of options open to them. The beginner will try anything and everything to execute a good backhand. But if you talk to an expert tennis player, they know only one way. They know how to do it. They already know. And this is not only true for tennis, but for your relationships, your business, your finances, your health, everything. You can be so clogged up with what you know that there isn't room for anything new. I mean, particularly something that could enhance and improve your performance and results. Be wary of experts. Be wary of them, particularly if you're one yourself. Now, in 2004, when he was at the top of his game, Tiger Woods, probably will eventually be one of the greatest golfers that ever lived, if not the greatest. But in 2004, he completely overhauled his golf swing for the second time in his professional career. And he improved both times. He's had some personal issues lately, but he's coming back, there's no doubt in my mind. He's the consummate student. Take 2 lessons from Tiger. There's always room for improvement, and be a student, always. I mean, your greatness, it really depends on it. So here's your homework. I want you to try this, okay? This is what I want you to do. You don't have to do it. I'm not telling you what to do. This is just what I want you to do. I want you to go buy a book or an audio program or go download a podcast. It'll be absolutely free. It won't cost you a thing. Or go sign up for a seminar. Go take in some information that you think you already know. For example, if you've been gardening for 10 years, go read a book on how to be a gardener or how to start in gardening or how to create a garden. Something that you think you already know. And consume that information, whether you listen to it or you read it or you do both or you participate in it, whatever it may be. But go take in some information on something that you already know how to do. I promise you, you are going to learn one thing that will make a difference in your business or your hobby. It'll make a difference today. Sure, you're going to understand and probably already know 70, 80, 90, even if it's 99% of the information that you take in. But there's going to be 1%. There's going to be 1%. 1% of that information, that one thing, maybe more, but that one thing is going to transform and completely rock your world, completely change how you do whatever you do. You're going to receive a breakthrough. Don't believe me? Don't do it? That's okay with me. But remember, you're not here to learn over. You're here to do over. So go do it. That's it for this episode. Coming up next week, and I know I promised this last week, and I apologize, but we had a little bit of a scheduling challenge. But it's all worked out now. 20-year network marketing veteran that has earned millions of dollars in that industry, and he found himself last year looking for a do-over. I mean, his entire organization collapsed, just went kaput, hit rock bottom, had to pick himself up, pull it all together, and do over. And boy, I tell you, he did in a big way. I mean, he's discovered this nifty little invention he's taken to the home shopping network. So if you've ever wondered how to take a product to the lucrative world of infomercials, or if you simply just want to hear an inspiring story of rise and fall and rise again, I mean, from an amazing business mind, he's been an amazing mentor to me. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that. But you don't want to miss it. And I gave you a homework assignment. And I know you're going to do it, right? If you do nothing else today, though, go to freedoover.com to get instant access to the 3 pillars of the ultimate do-over. It's yours for free. It's my gift to you. And if it's not the best free thing you got this year, I mean, let me know. And let me know why. I want to know. If it is the best free thing you received this year, I want to know that too. And if you liked what you heard today, and or if there's something that you'd like to hear more of, please visit iTunes at your convenience and leave your comments and suggestions. I mean, don't make me go and leave more comments on my own and make myself look like an idiot, okay? I am Matt, the Do-Over Guy, and I will see you next time on Your Do-Over.
Thank you for tuning in to Your Do-Over, where the ignored, underestimated, and unknown steps to producing results and making life work are revealed. And remember, knowledge is potential power. Take action on what you learned today. This is not your learn-over. It's your do-over.